You're listening to the Academy podcast, the podcast for people who can but don't know how. This is where you get actionable steps to turn vague dreams into blissful realities. And I'm your host, Omoshola Victoria Wolabi. So let's get started. Hey you, yes you, we are waiting for you. Don't look around, I'm talking to you. You see, you're carrying something that we need. You owe the world your gifts, your knowledge, your skills, your story. It is truly that special. That superpower that you think doesn't mean much is the very thing that people go to colleges, spend thousands of dollars for, burn the midnight candle, work very hard to learn the very thing that you do so well. Because now you see, most times we discount the very thing that makes us great and we start to major in minor things. The truth is, you have a superpower, your creative genius. It just lies beneath the rubble of fear, doubt, and insecurities at the moment. But I have good news for you. I am here to help you clear that rubble so you can get past self-doubt and finally start working and thriving in your life and purpose. Now, if you've been wondering, what can my purpose, my calling, or my unique gifts do in this world? Then I've got something for you. Perhaps you're tired of dabbling and making excuses. I just recorded a gift for you. Now head on over to mogul.academy.org. It's mogul.academy.org. So it's mogul.academy.org to access your free gift. Hi there and welcome to this welcome back episode of the Academy podcast. Remember, Academy is a place for people who can, don't know how, but believe everything is figureoutable. And I'm super excited to be back. I've been away for a while. What have I been up to? A lot, really. It was like I heard this call in my spirit. The Lord had to sit me down for a while, teach me a few things. I had to go deeper spiritually just to uncover more of who I am here to serve and what that should look like. Yeah, just to listen to my own spirit, to let God do what he does best in isolation. But I'm super excited to be back. And on this welcome back episode, I want to start out with a topic that I believe is the foundation and the bedrock of our entire existence on the planet. And it is the question, who are you? Who are you? If I were to stop you on the road randomly and just ask you this question, who are you? What would you say? How would you answer? Would you answer me by giving me your job title? Would you answer me by telling me the country where you come from, your position in your family? Would you answer me by telling me your relationship status, married, single? If I asked you, who are you? What would your answer be? Exactly. It's not as easy as it seems when we just ask the question, who are you? And for me, one of the reasons why I had to go back into retreat was to really answer this question. Because I find that in life, we are much more than the job titles we hold, the positions that we have in society, our relationship status, our positions as parents. We are much more than that. And what I uncovered during my time away was, when you're asked, who are you? I'd say you are a mystery. Yes, man is a mystery. And when I say man, I am not talking about the gender. I am talking about man as a human being, as a human species, right? So who are you? Basically, you are a mystery. Now, what is a mystery? A mystery is defined as something that is secret, something where there is no clear explanation. It is something that baffles understanding and cannot be explained or solved. Now, do you see why you and I and the entire human race can be rightly classified as a mystery? We are mysteries. We are mysteries. Man is a mystery. Look at the whole process that goes into creating a human being, right? We're not going to go into details, but I believe you know the process it takes to make a human being. It is mysterious in itself that little elements would come in together and form a human being, right? It's a mystery. Now you are a mystery, and if you dare argue with me, I will tell you, if you were not a mystery, if you and I were not mysteries, the whole problem plaguing the world, terrorism, mass shootings in America, for example, would have been eliminated. Why? Because we will be able to read into the minds of these people before they even carry out the act. The reason why we still have those kind of atrocities happening in our society today is because you and I are mysteries. And the earlier we understand that, the better it will be for us to start to identify what our role is. What is the role of this mysterious creature on this planet called Earth? What are we doing here? Why are we here? Why are we so mysterious? What is this element of mystery that shrouds around the human being? What is this human condition? What are we doing here? Who are we? Right? King David in the Bible says, "What is man, O God, that you are so mindful of him?" Who are we? Who are we, these mysterious creatures? Well, what I found out is we are the only creatures on earth that God wanted for his own sake. Therefore, we are called to greatness. But that does not give us the answer still. That doesn't give us the answer to this mystery that we are. Who are we? What are we here for? Why are we shrouded in this mystery? Hey, hope you're enjoying the episode so far. This episode is sponsored by our very own Mogul Mindset Training over at Academy. Now, when you set out to be an entrepreneur, what you have just signed up for, if you didn't know, is a class in personal growth and development. When I started my business, I did not realize that your mental health, your mindset had a direct correlation to how much money you made in your business. That is true. Now imagine for a moment that you plant a good seed in a soil that's depleted. No matter how good it is, it's not going to grow. Why? Because it's not been put in the right environment for it to get the nutrient that it needs to grow. That is the same thing when we try to run a business without getting our mindset in the right frame or understanding what it is that we're getting in for. And that is why I've created Mogul Mindset Training, specifically for coaches, course creators, or entrepreneurs who are venturing out into this wild west of entrepreneurship. And you just don't know what to do. You have everything right. You've tried all the strategies, but it's not clicking. Yes, it has to do with our mindset. And this is what I learned, and this was a game changer for me. And I want to share that with you. So head on over to courses.academy.org to sign up for our very own Mogul Mindset Training. You will not regret it. I cannot wait to see you on the inside. So head on over to courses.academy.org. Now, if we look at the Bible, which I deem the manual for life that gives us the answers that we need, you will see here that in this very book, in the beginning, Genesis 1:26, tells us that God created man in his image according to his likeness. Now, when I dug a little bit further, looking at the Orthodox Jewish Bible, it actually explains there that the term image is actually not the right translation of the original word, which is Zelem, right? It's T-Z-E-L-E-M. I don't know if I pronounced that right. If I have any Hebrew-speaking audience, my apologies if I pronounce that wrong. But I think it's pronounced Salem, right? Now, this word has the idea of representing someone or something. That is the original word that was translated into image. Now, if this word means a representation of someone or something, it means the original intent for these mysterious creatures that we are is to be a representation of God, of the life force called God, right? I'm helping you here now. Pay attention. It means your very existence on this planet is to be a representation of God. That is what we're here for. That is the mystery that we're here to unravel. Now, why would God need a representation? This is the Almighty, all-knowing, all-sufficient. What does it need a representation for? What does it need this representation for? This is something that is really deeper than we can ever uncover. So we'll talk more about the meaning of this representation and why God would need a representation in the first place in the coming episodes. So stay tuned and do not miss any episodes going forward, right? Now, if we go back to Genesis 1:26, we see there, it says, let us It's plural. It says, then God said, let us make man in our image according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, and over the cattle, and over the earth, over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. Now we see here that the representation here means we're not just representing God just for representation's sake. We actually have a mandate. We have a task. We are here to rule over the elements of nature, right? And God said, let us make man in our image. It means let us make a being that would represent us and according to his likeness. Now, the Hebrew word for likeness here is dmut, which means pattern, shape, or form. Right now, it is our spirit that is made in the likeness of God. And that word image means we are here to represent the Most High God when translated correctly, right? So that word image and likeness, it means you are here to represent in his image. Now look at it this way. If you were to attend a function on behalf of the governor of your state, right? So maybe the governor or the president of your country was invited to an event, and because, they're dignitaries, they're not able to attend this event, and they want a representative to go to that event unattended. And you, my lovely listener, was chosen, right? You were chosen to go and represent the president. How would you walk? How would you talk when you get there? How would you carry yourself? What would your composure be like when you get to that event? I don't know about you, but I would be confident. I would be confident. My head would be held so high. Imagine I have been chosen to come represent the president at this event. Hell yeah. I would go there. I will walk tall. I would sit right. I would act right because I know that I'm not just here on my own. I am actually carrying the seal of the president. I am here representing the president. And that is what I want you to start to believe today. You are here representing not just the president, but the president of the universe, God himself. God, the life force, the reason for our breathing, the one who created the seas and the ocean. That is who you're here to represent. How would you carry yourself with this new revelation? How would you walk? How would you stand tall? Knowing first that if you were chosen to represent the president of your country, how would you behave? Now, I want you to look at that person who will behave in that manner and dial it up a notch 2 or 3 times up, right? Because now we're not just talking about the president of your country, we are talking about God. So this should be the bedrock, the foundation of what gives you confidence, that you are not here by accident. You have been chosen. I said it, chosen to be a representation of God on this earth. And not just represent, he also gave you godlike abilities. That is what it means to be made in his likeness. He gave you godlike abilities so that you can represent him well. Okay? And that is it for this episode. I'll see you in the next episode where we're going to uncover more. We're going to dissect this thing. We're going to talk more about what it means and why was there a need for this representation in the first place. And I'll see you in the very next episode. Until then, be blessed and keep on shining. Hey mogul, are you in a cycle of stuckness? You have a deep sense of knowing that there is more inside of you, but you can't seem to reach it. The truth is, you have a superpower. Your unique creative genius lies beneath the rubble of fear, doubt, and insecurities. And I'm here to help clear that rubble so you can get past self-doubt and finally start walking and thriving in your life and purpose. Ready to unleash your superpower? I thought you would. I just recorded a free training to show you how. On this free training, you will learn how to neutralize your fears, break the indecision gridlock, and become an opportunity magnet. I can't wait for you to dive into this training. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed making it for you. So head on over to mogul.icandemy.org to access your free training. Again, it's mogul.icandemy.org. mogul.icandemy.org. So there you have it. Thank you so much for listening. And for more content like this, follow us on our social media handles. On Facebook, it's at iCandemy, the Facebook page. On Instagram, it's at iCandemy. Or come say hello over on my personal page. On Instagram, it's at Omoshola Speaks. On Facebook, it's Victoria Wallaby. Feel free to reach out, introduce yourself, say hello. I love meeting you. And if you have any stories that you feel will inspire another woman to action, I want to hear from you. I really do. I love hearing from you. Send me an email to hello@icandemy.org. So it's hello@icandemy.org.